Hey, Leo, intuitive soul coach here with your November 2023 love and family reading. Welcome back to my channel if you are returning, and welcome if you are new. These are general readings. Please take what resonates and leave the rest behind. If you're interested in a personal reading, signing up for the monthly newsletter, or entering into the free reading giveaway, you can find all of that information in the description box below. All right, welcome. This is good for any and all placements of Leo in your chart, or if you are connecting or talking to a Leo. So what I'm getting right away for a lot of you is there's going to be a significant day specifically in the month of November where you may be out in public, you may be out shopping with your children, with a best friend, with a family member. Maybe you're out having coffee or, meeting someone for lunch and tea. Whatever it is for you, I feel like there is either an important conversation that is had between you and a family member, you and a loved one, you and a soulmate, that's going to shift a perspective. So for example, perhaps you're out doing some holiday shopping and you come across an item that your brother's child or your brother's newborn would look so adorable in, but let's say you haven't talked to your brother for a long time. So there's going to be some feelings that come up, and you may decide to buy this item and mail it. And that could be a turning point, because what I'm sensing here is with a perspective shift, there's going to be action backing it up here. So if you haven't talked to someone for quite some time, you could receive a message yourself while you are out and about. It could be from a lover, it could be from a friend, a family member. It may take you by surprise. So whether it's incoming or it is a thought or a trigger in a sense that kind of makes you think about something in a deeper way. And I feel like there's a perspective shift where you're going to look at something and you're going to take action behind it. So it wouldn't surprise me to see the Temperance in your reading, because I feel like there's been a little bit of a waiting period for you, or there's been a compromise, or just wanting to blend energies that feel a little bit separate. And then I'm also getting either the Knight of Swords, Knight of Wands, a little bit of action here. So right away, you do have, this could be the one. You've already met the romantic partner that you seek. So some of you could be engaged, married, you may be partnered up. Now, I also sense that some of you've already been in contact with someone as well. And I feel like both of you know that you are each other's soulmates. So you know that this is a relationship where you want to connect, but for whatever reason, I'm seeing a little bit of a bridge here. And I feel like this is the month where we bridge that gap. For those of you that are single, I sense that you certainly could be meeting someone, because you do have "it is safe for you to love" here. This is your bonus card of what you don't see coming, or advice from spirit. It says, open your heart to give and receive the highest energy of all. So Leo, when this card shows up, some of you may have been wearing your heart really close to you, due to protection, not wanting to get hurt, betrayal. I did see here a flash of the Deception card as well as I was shuffling. Now, of course, it didn't come out, but some of you, there could have been betrayal. Now, that doesn't mean there was a third party or cheating, unless you know that to be true for your story. But you may have felt that someone has betrayed you in some way, shape, or form. It could be that family member who didn't stand up for you. It could be a sister-in-law said something behind your back and you just felt a little bit salty, or you felt a little bit sore because of what someone said or did. That's why you have the Forgiving and Learning card showing up as your main energy in November. It says, as you release and heal the past, you experience more love in your present moments. Now, this could also be an event or a hosting or a gathering that you have, especially if you celebrate the holiday seasons. This could be where you are seeing a relationship that may have been a little bit challenging or difficult between you and another person. You may be seeing more eye to eye, or you could be bridging that gap around this holiday season, or just coming together here. So definitely a lot of forgiving, a lot of learning, and I'm getting the word here, mending. Now, some of you, this is mending your own heart. If you've gone through some situations, for others of you, If you are in a relationship that's been a little bit rocky and you've been off and on, there could certainly be a reconciliation here. It doesn't have to be with a lover. It could be with a family member, as we just talked about here. So perhaps you haven't seen that brother in quite some time. Maybe they've been out of the country or they live across the states. I feel like you are bringing or bridging the family gap, and this is a really powerful month for a lot of you Leos out there. I'm also getting the name here, at least I think it's a name. Maybe it's a last name or a place or the name of a ship. Kircher or Kirchner. I know that's very specific. I feel like it's Kirchner, possibly, or maybe there's a little bit of there could be two letters in between there. So please take that as it resonates. Kirchner or Kirchner. But there is a reconciliation here, and it's going to bring a lot of happiness, I feel. You've been wanting this, but sometimes the ego says, no, I don't want this. This person needs to apologize, or they need to do this. And we kind of point fingers at times when we've been hurt. But I feel like you may be letting bygones be bygones, or you may see, because I'm getting action as well. You see that someone is taking action to be maybe a better person, or to live in a different type of way than maybe you had thought of them to live. And I feel like it's on their own accord. It's not that they're being pressured or pushed into it. It's not that they're doing it for anyone else. This could be you or someone around you is really starting to level up because they want that. It's part of their soul purpose. And then, yes, it is safe for you to open up here. It's safe for you to trust, or at least expand your heartfelt energy, because that's part of what we are here to do on planet Earth. We're here to open our hearts and to give and to receive and let it flow. But so many times we hang on to attachments. We hang on to words. We hang on to trauma, and that builds in the body. We are not meant to hang on to things with such force and such, strong emotions. Yeah, because the Five of Cups is showing up right away in reverse for you. I like this showing up in reverse because it means you're getting out of a place that was a little bit difficult. For some of you, it was a physical loss. It was an emotional loss here. Or again, something that someone said or did, it really caused you to feel a sense of loss within yourself. Okay, because this Five of Cups, when it's in the upright, it's about being disappointed, right? It's about bitterness and betrayal and regret and a little bit of even self-pity. But it's showing up in reverse here as your main energy, Leo, because you've allowed yourself to sit in that space and to, grieve, which we all need to do. We should not, as humans, wait for a death. As you see here, there is a coffin. We shouldn't wait for a death to grieve a loss. And a lot of times that is the catalyst. But we can grieve divorces. We can grieve the loss, or we should anyway, the loss of friendships, the loss of, our identity at times, the old version of us, because when we are allowing ourselves to grieve and feel those emotions, we don't suppress them and store them in the body, creating dis-ease. And I feel like you've grieved something here, but now you're ready to kind of pick yourself up here and try again. And that's not always an easy thing to do, but I feel like that's why you have forgiveness and learning showing up as your main energy. Now let's take a look at what's crossing your path and how we can help you navigate through the challenges, the ups and downs. What do we have here? Okay, so we have the Three of Cups showing up as the challenge. Okay, there's the Three of Swords in your past. So we see why, because some of you, yes, there was a third party. You see the Three of Cups here, and they're having a gay old time, aren't they? They are, spending time, maybe overindulging in specific things that aren't always good for them. When the Three of Cups is in reverse, this can be overconsumption that leads to choices that are poor or unhealthy. Whether this is food, it could be overindulging in, substances, or any of that devilish energy that's not always, again, the healthiest, and we don't always make the best decisions when we put our foot in this energy. And the Three of Cups in reverse can be, some of you felt like you were a part of a love triangle. Maybe you felt a little bit left out, or there was something or someone went to extremes, went to excess here. And it caused you to feel, a little bit disappointed. Now, third party can be someone of course, yes, cheating, but it can also mean someone chose their job prior or before the relationship. Someone may have chose to focus on their career or stay in their hometown. I just feel like there was, again, a separation of some sort because of a third mix or a third party where you felt like someone wasn't choosing you first. And it left you feeling a little bit, heartbroken here. I mean, no one wants to feel like they're second best or they are the next runner up here. And for a lot of you, you felt like you were possibly competing, constantly competing. And for those of you that are single here, there could have been a deep loss where someone may have ghosted you or hurt you in the past, and it's taken you a long time to recoup from this energy. But I like to see the Five of Cups showing up in reverse here because it means that yes, you have and you are recouping and you're moving on with your life. Whether you're moving on with this person or a new person, completely up to you. You do have the reconciliation card, and it doesn't mean that you are getting back together and everything's happily ever after, but you could reconcile just for maybe it's the children's sake. Okay, children could be part of the mix here as well. It could be that you're reconciling in a way because you don't want there to be harsh energies, or you don't want to constantly feel that pull of pain. And there could be a closure. I'm getting closure for a lot of you with this Three of Cups. All right, this could even be a family member, three sisters maybe. This could be a friend group where you were not invited to hang out with them. Some of you may have went through a deep loss within your own personal life. This could be a loss of a family member. This could be a loss of an old, again, version of you. And you may be and show up in an energy that is not the same as it was in the past. And you may be losing friends over that, or you may be seeing who your true friends are. And it feels a little bit disheartening because it seems like everyone's out there having fun, but you. And it doesn't feel like these people support you as maybe they once did, or the way you thought that they did. Okay. So what's below you here is working on regaining your sense of confidence, your sense of self. When the Queen of Wands, Leo, shows up in reverse, and this is fiery energy, this is you. This is about you working through insecurities, working through maybe jealousy or vengeful, catty, just lower vibrations. And sometimes this can be the ego coming in here and throwing a little bit of a temper tantrum. And it can be feeling like a victim as well. Even though the Queen of Wands, when she's in her power, look out, there's no stopping her. She is determined. She is fierce. She can do anything that she sets her mind to, and she backs it up with action. But because you have it in the reverse, there may have been a low blow. It may have felt like you let yourself go in the form of body, mind, and soul, and you felt a little bit lost along the way. I'm getting here loss or lack of direction, not quite sure. How do I bring myself back to life? They're giving me a song here by, I feel like it's Evanescence. Bring Me to Life. Yeah, Evanescence, Bring Me to Life. I'm not quite sure if that's the title of the song, but I'm hearing it in the background. So some of you may resonate with that. You may want to look that up, Evanescence. Bring Me to Life. But it's like you felt maybe a little bit dead inside. You felt like you didn't quite have that energy, that momentum to start again, to put yourself out there, to do anything in a relationship you are currently in. I'm just getting that you're rebuilding this. So I'm really excited to see where this is going because you've been through a lot here, Leo. This is kind of a deep reading here for you. I'm also getting an E name. It could be Emily or M. They're giving me EM or M, so please take that as it resonates. But the Queen of Wands here, you have it in your energy to dust yourself off and try again. Basically, you have it in your energy here to be that strong, creative, confident, attractive, and bold human that you are. Whether you're female or male, it does not matter. And even though there's been a couple of low blows here for you, you're gonna come back stronger. And one of my favorite sayings, Leo, is the comeback is stronger than the setback. And even though it's felt like a little bit of a setback, it's part of your evolution, part of your soul's growth here. And you're going to come out stronger because you're a fighter. You're not going to give up on yourself, your dreams, your body, your mind, your health. This is all about you forgiving and learning in order for you to bring in that highest level of love possible. Now, in the past, we have the Three of Swords. It is in reverse. So a lot of you in the past were working on healing. Excuse me. There may have been some problems that you had to face head on, right? Forgiveness. This is about hurtful lies, malicious words. It could be, just going through a little bit of that dark heart energy, lower vibrations. It felt a little bit sore. Some of you even had manifestations, physical manifestations in the heart here, which can represent anxiety. It can represent heart palpitations. It can be heart attack, stroke, breast cancer, anything in this heart region. Of course, please see the disclaimer in the description box below. But I do feel like this heart area is finally being addressed in a big way that's going to allow you to move forward. So I'm excited to look at what's coming in for you here, because I feel like there's a far better either month for you ahead than you've had in a while, or season or connection here. Four of Pentacles is what's coming in above you. Now, the Four of Pentacles is more solid, right? You're moving from the 3 to the 4 here. Even though it's a different suit, you have the Three of Cups and you want something more solid in the physical world. But you're addressing a problem, and the problem may be that someone is spending too much time. I mean, this could be a child, it could be a partner, a spouse, a family member, where someone is spending too much time, maybe even on their social media feeds, their phones. Some of you may feel that that could be part of the third party, is someone's, private life or social life on social media. That could be part of it here. For others of you, you just want to be seen. You want to be heard. You want to be valued. And it doesn't feel like this person here is paying much attention to what this other person has to say. But if you look at her body language, she has her arms crossed there. So in a way, she's already preparing herself for the worst. So there's a message in this as well. Pay attention to how you come on to another person, using your body language, how you open yourself up to conversations. Because something I learned a long time ago is when we go into a conversation or a very important talk, if we don't feel safe and secure, our defense wall goes up immediately, and that conversation is going to go nowhere. It's going to spin. You're going to be throwing daggers at each other. It's going to feel rocky and not safe to express who you are. And you see her arms crossed there. She's in a way protecting her, her solar plexus and her heart chakra, because she's been through it. And this person over here, right, they could be completely oblivious to how this person is feeling. I feel like that's what's getting addressed here. Yeah, that's what's getting addressed, because you see the books in the background. So there is learning here, which you have, forgiving and learning. And I feel like you are releasing this past and you're opening yourself up to more love. You are not just standing behind a person and waiting for them to give you attention here. What you're going to do is you're going to go sit on this couch and you're going to say, okay, I'd like to talk to you about this. And, I really want to express my concerns or how I feel, and I would love for you to express yours. So I feel like there's reciprocity coming in here for you. All right. Some of you also, if you are getting back out there, back out in the dating game or the dating world, it's important for you to listen to someone, but it's also equally important for them to listen to you. And you're going to know right away, right? You feel another person's energy. You feel if you're vibing. I mean, that's not rocket science. You know whether you want to go on a second date with someone. But I also get that some of you could meet someone, oh, and there it is with the lovers. You could meet someone in the near future who could just be a little bit shy, or maybe this person isn't as outgoing maybe as you are, Leo, and it could take them a little time to get out of their shell. So don't be too quick to judge. Don't judge a book by the cover is what I'm getting here. Now, in the near future, you have the Lovers showing up here. So because you're willing here to address the situation instead of going in defense mode, right? Dukes up, boxing gloves on, instead of going into that energy with that mentality, you're putting your gloves down and you're going to lay it out on the table and say, okay, I'm opening my heart up. I'm being vulnerable right now. I'm telling you what I need, and I'm going to forgive. I'm going to learn, and we're going to move on together instead of, remember, there is no I in team. You have the Lovers showing up in the upright. Beautiful energy here of partnerships, balanced decisions from the head and the heart. This is about soul contracts. It's all about love, energy from that heart chakra, because you've been indecisive about, should I stay, should I go? Should I give this person a chance? Should I not? Should I forgive, or should I, move on? So there's a little bit of indecisiveness in the past due to maybe mistrust or a lot of disharmony. Some of you Leos could have even been or are meeting a Gemini. But I feel like there's a lot more balanced choice and decisions being made now than there was in the future, in the past, because something hurt you in the past, but something is being reconciled here, or again, a heart-to-heart conversation, or someone is going to see what they lost. If you went through a separation period or even a divorce, I feel like this person is now realizing what they lost. They didn't realize how good they had it, possibly with you, but they didn't focus, or they didn't put their time, their energy. They may have chose something out of impulsivity that landed them kind of in the go to jail, right? Monopoly board. You land on the wrong piece and you make a rash, impulsive decision. And sometimes it's fated. Sometimes it's destined. Sometimes it's supposed to be. But a lot of times we have that free will to make those decisions. And those decisions aren't in our highest good sometimes. And you're going to go back to that jail spot and sit. So for some of you, someone feels a little bit of regret or remorse. Okay. Now, how are you feeling? You're feeling the moon in reverse. So this is about truths being exposed. It's about, the shadow side of a situation coming to the forefront so you can shed light on it in order to heal, instead of feel like you don't know what the heck's going on, instead of feeling lost, like you are aimlessly wandering in a forest with no light, right? It's pretty scary. You hear all the noises, you hear all the, the crunching, and your fight or flight mode is on. It's activated in the past here, but now you have clarity and you're walking through the forest, so to speak, and there's a big old moon that is lighting up the path. And so you're able to see what's in front of you. You're able to see that crunch was just a squirrel passing by. It wasn't a big scary monster in the shadows. And that big scary monster in the shadows is some of your own fears, some of your own, challenges, struggles that you've gone through in the past here. But with this moon card showing up, a lot of you are gaining clarity and you're trusting your intuition, and some of your old subconscious beliefs and thoughts are coming to the surface here, and you're shattering the illusion of what it was that happened versus kind of the reality of where you're at now. You're shifting that perspective to stay more in the present and to focus on the right here, right now, and moving forward instead of replaying that old broken record over and over. Let's take a look at what's going on in your environment. What's happening around you here, Leo? What's going on around you? I also get that some of you may be getting candy, or you may be getting flowers or a card. I'm also getting something with professional pictures. So perhaps you are a professional photographer, or you're getting pictures taken, or you may have a flashback or a memory show up on your social media feed of maybe a time where you got professional pictures done. I mean, if you are single or if you're in a relationship, maybe you're getting boudoir pictures done or family pictures. The Judgment, there's your second chance. This has been showing up for a lot of signs. It doesn't surprise me as we navigate through Libra season, which is in the South Node on a global level. As we navigate through these eclipses, there's a lot of change that's coming for all of us at this time, especially when it comes to relationships. You may be letting go of relationships that just no longer jive with your energy. They're no longer in alignment. You've learned all that you could from a specific person, a specific energy that you've been through. And for those of you that have really struggled, I'm getting that there is a little bit of a karmic reset happening here with the Judgment. And this is all about changing your life for the better. It's about a second chance to forgive, to rebirth love into your life, to heed the call, right? When that trumpet horn calls, it's something that you hear. It's almost like a train, right? If you live by a train track, you hear that train. You cannot avoid it. No matter what you're doing, if you're working, if you're exercising, if you're sleeping, it's something that comes in and you cannot avoid that train call. And that's what's showing up here for you, is you're going to hear it. And a lot of you, you're going to jump on that train and you're going to say, all right, I'm open to letting this train take me wherever it wants to go. And you see here that she has her hand out. She's reaching out because she wants to have this second chance, right? She wants to evaluate. She's been evaluating, but now she's ready to open herself up. So I feel like this is the universe saying, come with me. We have this plan for you. We have this beautiful new opportunity. Yes, you've gone through a period of turmoil with the cross there. There's been a death of the old life, the old you, old relationships, whatever this may be. But now it's time for a revival season. It's time to revive and come back to life, kind of like that Evanescence song, right? This is really powerful energy here, Leo. So whatever you have going on, this is big. This is big for a lot of you. Okay, another name coming in here. A lot of name, Damien. Could be a different language. Dan. I mean, that would be Dan, but it could be something else. Danzian. I'm not quite sure if I'm saying it right. So there's the Death card here, showing up in your hopes and fears. You hope something is over with in the form of which it took on, and I feel like it is, but now you're coming out of that tunnel. So go back to the train analogy here. Imagine that train, right? You hopped on, you're going through the tunnel here. It seems like a hell of a long tunnel. It's dark, just like walking in that woods. It's dark, but then you see a flash of light, and you see that there's light at the end of the tunnel here. And this death energy is saying that you're coming out on the other side, right? The comeback is stronger than the setback. So you're not looking back. You wouldn't be able to see anyway if you did, because you wouldn't recognize that old life or that old you, or maybe a situation that you've gone through. You don't want to look back at it in that light any longer. I feel like you're focused merely on what's forward here. And the Death card is saying, don't resist the change. Don't hang on. Don't look back. Even though you want to look back, it's going to be dark. If you're going through that tunnel in the train and it's completely dark, but you keep looking back, you have the opportunity then, to start replaying out illusions in your mind's eye, right? And maybe you're thinking, well, it was better off back there, or what am I doing? Am I really doing the right thing? You start to second guess, and you start to let those illusions in the mind talk you out of things, and then bring up worst case scenario when really you can't see anything back there anyway. It's dark. So why don't we focus on the light that you see coming in at this end of the tunnel? And that's what I feel like your focus here is. Look at all of the butterflies here. They are green. Green is the color of the heart chakra. And there is a butterfly that's literally right on the right side of her heart chakra. And the right side of the body is more of that masculine energy. It's more of the action. And I feel like you are ready to take action when it comes to maybe healing something regarding a male, or if you are male yourself, maybe this is father energy. But the candle is burning here, and I feel like reignited. You've relit the candle on a situation where the candle has been blown out in the past. So Leo, what is the final outcome here for love and family, November 2023? You're going to forgive. You're going to learn. Someone else is also learning their lesson. And sometimes a lot of times we evolve at different levels than others, and we can get frustrated. The human part of us, right? The ego part of us says, come on already, just catch up. It shouldn't be that hard. It wasn't hard for me. It shouldn't be hard for you. But that's not how it works. Even though we want someone to catch up and be at our level, sometimes we have to be patient and make the choice. Do we want to wait around? Do we want to, wait for this person to kind of graduate within their energy? And sometimes maybe you're the one down here and this person is up here. Now that does not mean that anyone is better than another. It just means everyone is on their own trajectory, their own timeline. But it certainly can be frustrating when you love someone and you see them repeating the same things. Wow, look at this. I have full-on body goosebumps right now. You have the King of Wands. Here you are, the Queen of Wands. This is a divine partnership. But because the Queen of Wands is in reverse, you could have some history with this person. Or if not, if this is a completely new person, you're finally coming to a point where you are rebirthing yourself. You're coming out of that cocoon process. That old you is being put to rest here so you can emerge that beautiful butterfly that you are, so you can fully attract your soulmate, your counterpart. Some of you are already in this relationship and it's shifting, it's changing. And I feel like it's changing here for the better, because the King and Queen of Wands, when they are together, they're a power couple. They're both able to take charge of their destiny. This King of Wands, he's not a knight anymore. And for some of you that were dealing with someone who may have been a little bit slower at their growth, or maybe they were repeating cycles over and over and we were quick to point fingers, or maybe they were quick to point fingers, you're seeing someone really leveling up here. And the two of them, they really turn heads together. They are the magic makers, where people look at them and they say, wow, I want what they have. They have such a beautiful, strong relationship. And for those of you that have gone through a difficult situation and you didn't think that you'd ever be able to find this type of love, well, get ready here, Leo, because this is what you are inviting in. I mean, this is your energy here. Double fire. I mean, for a lot of you, if you're single, this certainly could be your counterpart. But I'm also getting masculine and feminine energy combining and joining. And a lot of times that is key when it comes to being able to manifest and attract the type of love that we truly seek, that aligns with our soul, that aligns with what we want here on earth. This person could be from a different country. They could have a different background. They may be very well versed. Okay, they may be unique. You can see here that he has some body piercings and he has some, tattoos and a rainbow beard. And, he's his own person. He doesn't care what other people think, because he realizes that what other people think is none of his business, right? It doesn't change who he is. So why worry about what other people think? And that may have bothered you at times, because in the past, right, if this is a person that you're currently with, I just feel like this person may have been a little bit impulsive within themselves, but they're up leveling here. And if this is a brand new person, like I said, this is your counterpart, and you're ready to really step up and meet this situation in the middle here. Beautiful. Let's take a look and get a message from the wisdom of the oracle. Whoa, okay. I guess we got a message for you. And at the very bottom, so we have, a change in the wind that is actually going to lead to a lot of happiness. Now, I don't look at bottom of the deck unless they show me, and they did, and it's happy, happy here. So, and then you have exchanging gifts. So someone's could have a birthday as well, or it could be the holiday time. But you do have here a big change, and that's card 12, and that is the Hanged Man. That's that perspective shift that we were talking about here earlier. So a big change in the wind is going to lead to a lot of happiness. And I'm going to read the relationship message, and you also see the balloons here as well. They are orange, and orange represents that sacral chakra, which is about pleasure. It's about sexuality, creativity, and relationships with self and others. And then you also have the purple and the pink here as well. So this is certainly a spiritually divined relationship. And for some of you, yes, it could be, I don't use this phrase too often, but some of you it could be twin flame, okay? Very small percentage. Let's take a look here. 26. The 26 could be significant for you as well, and maybe even the 12th. That could be a birthday, or it could be November 12th or November 26th. This is about feeling joy and contentment, a sense of fulfillment, and a feeling that all is well. And the relationship message, Leo, is this. There are moments in a relationship when you just feel good about whom you're with, and you know that your heart is wide open to befriend, to love, and to care for another without wanting anything in return. This is the kind of happy that you just want to share. The appearance of this card in a reading tells you that joy and contentment are here now, not somewhere else or off in the future. The grass is greenest right where you stand. Be grateful and delight in your relationship. And if you're seeking one, be happy now, because happiness attracts more of it, like bees to honey. Beautiful. Bees to honey. Now I'm going to read the protection message just because some of you are still healing and reeling with a little bit of this heartbreak, or a little bit of some sort of betrayal or deception that may have happened in the past, but a lot of love coming in here in the future for you. But it says lighten up. This is the month to really lighten up. Yeah, there's a lot of changes happening for you, and your emotions may be on overdrive this month. But lighten up, because this is the time to be ridiculous, Leo. See the world through the eyes of a clown, and don't take yourself or any situation right now too seriously. Have fun, be playful, and make laughter the order of the day. You'll be surprised how everything starts to fall into place when humor leads the way. Be happy and lighthearted, because it's a wonderful icebreaker. So at that family function, or when you meet up with someone, right? Laugh, bring humor to the mix here. Life is meant for play as well as work, for laughter as well as tears, for celebration as well as focus. Spirit wants to sparkle through you today, so smile and enjoy each breath and each moment, because miracles lie in the silly things. Leo, that is what I have for you. This is a really powerful reading. And I certainly sense that a lot of you, you're getting your mojo back, right? You're feeling more empowered. This is about you feeling good, looking good, know that you're in a better place here, knowing that there's been change, transformation, and evolution. Whether you're with someone or not, this is more about you, because what you have going on in here reflects what's going on out here. And so be proud of yourself. Pat yourself on the back, because you've come a very long way. That is what I have for you, Leo. I hope it resonates. If so, please feel free to hit that thumbs up button. It certainly helps get the divine channeled messages out there to those that need it most, and it certainly helps the growth of the channel, which I greatly appreciate. If you haven't already hit that subscribe and bell button, please do so. Thank you so very much for tuning in today, Leo. Lots of love.